What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to my channel only if you want to. But look, my beautiful people, we got this top 10 TikTokers that disappeared without a trace. You feel me? Look, I ain't know motherfucking Look, TikTok just came out and y'all already disappearing. Look, we gonna get in straight into this video right here. Let's get this video right here to like 2,000 likes. Follow my social media if you haven't already, and it's 60% of y'all that don't even follow my channel to actually watch my videos. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I know I say if you want to, but at this point we're in 2021. Stop playing games with yourself. Let's get it.
Two real ones, two unsolved mysteries solved on the You page. That's what I'll be covering on today's top 10 list. Starting off at our number 10 spot, we have Taylor with an E. Last year, near the end of the year, Taylor with an E posted a TikTok and then kind of ghosted the app for a while, and it had people super freaked out and wondering what happened. The video was of her in Germany, where she is not from, and there were some mysterious sounds from outside of the room that she was in. She was clearly really freaked out in the video, and when she stopped posting after, people began to speculate that something terrible might have happened to her. She commented a few times on her own video explaining that her sister had told her to never open the door for anyone in the area that they were in, and also that she was home alone for the next 2 hours, which obviously made her stressful situation even scarier. Well, we eventually heard from Taylor again, thank goodness, and while she hasn't actually addressed what happened to her on TikTok, it's good to know that she is safe. There is a rumor that people may have actually ended up breaking into the house, and that maybe she isn't allowed to speak about it if there's an investigation going on, but that has yet to be confirmed. In our number 9 spot today, we have Elle. The TikTok user SigsFR, whose name is Elle, gave her followers a huge scare earlier this year. Elle posted a video on TikTok of her bruised body, saying that she had been kidnapped. She said that she didn't know exactly where she was, but knew that she was somewhere in Arkansas. In the comments of the video, she said that she knew the man that
she's kidnapped and taken to Arkansas. There's probably some crackheads, some meth heads that took her.
Had kidnapped her, and that his last name was Colarelli. And people on TikTok began contacting the Arkansas police. Elle also said that she would not be posting any more videos on TikTok because she said that she knew the man was about to take her life. People were absolutely freaking out and blowing the story up. People suspected the man she said is her kidnapper to be her ex-boyfriend, and people were also saying that she was using Morse code messages.
Wow.
Elle said that she couldn't call the police because her kidnapper would be able to hear the call, and this was the first red flag for people since there's a ton of ways to contact the authorities. The next red flag was the fact that Elle posted her Venmo, and people actually started donating. To get to the end of this story, basically the Arkansas State Police did end up investigating to find out what was going on, and they actually ended up finding Elle. It turns out she faked the whole thing. They haven't released a ton of details.
It sounded weird.
Exactly what was going on, but Elle has stopped posting on TikTok, which is probably the right move for now. I feel really bad for the people who were worried and who sent her money.
I'm sitting right here. I pretty much knew that was all like cap, bro. That's why I'm sitting here like, it sounded worse and worse as it goes. Yeah, go ahead and hide real quick. Go ahead, dig you a hole and just hide in that because look, he was trying too hard. You trying to get too famous.
In our number 8 spot today, we have Lacari McNeil. Last year,
11-year-old
Memphis resident Lacari was reported missing. She was last seen on a weekend morning leaving her home and hadn't made any contact with her mom after that, which is obviously a great cause for concern.
I knew she was black.
She's so young. She had apparently left her home with
11?
an older man that she had met on TikTok, which really just heightened the urgency of the case. The police description that was released after her disappearance said that she was last seen wearing a shirt with hearts on it, and that she was just 4 feet 3 inches and only 55 pounds. This really paints a picture for just how small and potentially helpless she may have been.
Yeah.
This investigation ended up prompting the question, how safe is TikTok really? In an amazing turn of events, Lacari ended up being found and returned safe and sound, which is truly the best outcome for this really scary situation. I'm so glad that she ended up being okay and that this story has a happy ending.
These shits is weird as hell, bro. Watching like How the hell did that happen? Like, you feel me? She's 11. First of all, how is she? Look, I can already tell what I'm gonna have to do with my daughter. Look, man, you can't even be on none of this social media stuff until you an adult, because it's not safe out here. Cause it's, oh, I don't even want to get too deep into this.
Number 7 spot today we have Adrienne Martinez. Earlier this year, a TikTok user was away from the platform for a while, but it wasn't long before fans found out what happened, and it was all over the news. A 20-year-old TikToker named Adrienne was filming a video for the platform that was supposed to depict a fake kidnapping. The video was a larger production with at least 10 people involved in the filming on this day. Adrienne was tied to a chair and was acting out a scene in which she was struggling with the people who had fake kidnapped her. In a really sad turn of events, for some unknown reason, a loaded handgun was used as a prop in the video, and it ended up firing, shooting and killing Adrienne. There was actually a video posted of what the scene was like before this fatal moment. There's been a Facebook memorial page set up for people who love and miss her to go and share their memories.
That's crazy, bro. Like, come on,
number
bro.
6 spot. Okay, so this one is about a person who posts on...
That's sad right there, man. Watch your surroundings and stuff too, man. And a lot of my filmmakers out here, when y'all doing these videos of these people and they got videos and they got these guns in their videos, just make sure everybody joint is unloaded. For real. Like, don't put your life at risk for a couple dollars. For real.
TikTok, but they are more successful on Vigo, which is an extremely similar app that is made by the same creators of TikTok. Earlier this year in January, a 21-year-old TikToker and Vigo star who goes by the name Jasmine on the apps went missing from Delhi, where she had traveled to for a performance. Jasmine's husband filed a missing persons report on January 7th. He said that she had left on December 31st for the performance and her phone was switched off on December 2nd, and no one had heard from her since. Police quickly began their investigation and news began to spread of her disappearance. 10 days after the husband had filed the missing persons report, we finally heard some news. Jasmine actually ended up resurfacing and told a local channel that she had to run away because her husband and family-in-law tortured her. Ooh. She said she never disappeared and that if you checked her husband's phone records, you would see that they had been in contact. This story is so crazy and has so many twists and turns in it. I'm really glad that Jasmine was able to get herself out of a dangerous situation and that she ended up being okay. Moving on.
Hell yeah, if you need to get away, I'm telling you, for all my people, men and females, if you are with somebody that's tormenting you, if their family is tormenting, like, bro, just get away from it. You feel me? Anything you can do, because your life is going to be a lot better once you leave that toxic situation. You don't need that in your life. We don't know how long we're going to be here, man. It's a short life. Enjoy your life. Don't get tormented.
On to number 5 and our halfway mark. This story is a little bit different, but is super interesting. In 2016, a woman came home to find that her husband had left the house that they shared with their 2 children. She tried as hard as she could to find him, but was never able to find out where he went. She even filed the missing persons report with the police, but to no avail. Fast forward 3 years later to 2019, and a family relative thinks that she spots the husband in a video on TikTok. She, of course, quickly forwards it to the wife for confirmation.
TikTok found everybody.
After TikTok, she realizes that it is her husband and shows it to the police right away. The police ended up being able to track him down and confirm that it really was him.
Damn.
It's so crazy how the For You page literally helped solve a missing person case. Number 4.
Yo, hey, the husband ran off on the plug, didn't he? Like, damn. He didn't want them old sugar walls no more. The family, none of that. He just done with everybody.
In July of last year, 2 teenagers attempted an extremely dangerous TikTok video. Danish and Ashik were out for an evening walk when they arrived at a bridge. On the bridge was a group of people around their age who were performing different kinds of stunts and tricks to film for TikToks. The boys decided to join in on the fun, and Danish ended up climbing onto the railing of the bridge before diving into the water below while Ashik filmed. After he captured the video, Ashik followed his friend and climbed over the railing to jump in the water as well. Danish ended up being rescued immediately by local divers, who luckily just happened to be in the area, but unfortunately Ashik could not be located, even by the authorities once they were called. Lots of people tried to help in the search but were unsuccessful. It's really sad that what was supposed to be harmless fun turned into something so sad and so scary. Moving on to number 3. Okay, this one is a little different again, but I swear it is worth it because this story is pretty wild. Earlier this year, a group of teenagers were on a beach on Seattle to play around and shoot some TikToks. They ended up spotting something and went to investigate. Of course, documenting the whole thing on video to later be edited into a TikTok. As they approached, they realized that it was a suitcase and they thought that there might be money inside. As they got closer to the suitcase, they realized it smelled super bad. One girl ended up opening up the suitcase and it shows something wrapped in a garbage bag. This is when the teens rightfully decided to call the police before investigating any further. The police came and searched the whole area and found another bag as well. It turns out that the bags actually contained 2 bodies. This is where the police investigation began and shortly after led police to the killer. The bodies were identified as couple Jessica Lewis and Austin Wenner, and it turns out that their landlord was responsible for their deaths. I guess it was some dispute over unpaid rent, which is really not a good enough reason to kill people.
Oh, you couldn't pay that rent? Look. That's going to inspire a lot of people right now, man. Hey, pay your damn rent. You don't know who your landlord is. Might be a goddamn serial killer.
Glad these teens did the right thing and called the police so that justice could be brought for the families of the victims.
Wow.
In our number 2 spot today, we have Anna Maskovich, aka Ref Batch. For the last 10 years, Anna has uploaded upwards of 20 videos a day to YouTube and ended up joining TikTok when it became available. Her videos tend to be a bit bizarre and are either her angrily rambling in an unintelligible mixture of Russian and English that has people who are fluent in both absolutely stumped as to what she is saying. There are a few phrases that people have been able to make out that are along the lines of her being angry at and afraid of the government, as well as being afraid of being kidnapped. The other videos she uploads are her interpretive dancing, usually in the woods and looking directly into the camera.
Well, I look at them, got them forearms. Ain't nobody kidnapping you, baby girl. Because if they grab you, gonna grab them back super strong as hell. Like, y'all just gonna kidnap each other.
There's a dancer who has the same name as her, and her performances stopped sometime in late 2008. But there aren't any photos to verify that it's the same person for sure. People began to speculate that she may have some form of schizophrenia, but of course that's just an internet diagnosis. In 2014, someone who claimed to be her husband, who had other videos of her, explained that Anna had actually been missing after she had been taken away for speaking poorly of the Russian government. He said that she had been taken to some sort of psychiatric institute where they gave her psychotropic drugs in order to make her stop speaking out about the government. Well, this has yet to be proven for sure. It is a pretty crazy story and
I don't know. With them little black things under her eyeballs, like it might, with them little lines, they might have gave her some drugs, man, to make her trip out, man. And she had the Popeye arms and stuff like that too. Cause I doubted somebody kidnapped her. They can't do that. They gotta put her under anesthesia or something. Cause this heifer right here is strong.
Kind of insane to know that while he's missing his wife, he sees all of these videos.
And she frying chicken. She got the flour all on her chest. Y'all see it right there.
Of her.
She's doing a lot. She's doing a lot.
Answer to this someday, because there really is a lot going on. There's a lot more to this story that I don't have time to cover, but the YouTuber Atrocity Guide has an amazing video on all of it that I would highly recommend you guys go and check out after you're done watching this video. In our number 1 spot today, we have Sarah Turney. Okay, so this one isn't a TikToker who went missing, but it is a missing persons case that TikTok helped close the case on, so please don't get mad at me because it is really interesting. Sarah Turney was 12 years old when her 17-year-old sister Alyssa went missing. This happened on May 17th, 2001, and ever since that day, Sarah has known that it was her dad, Michael, who was Alyssa's stepfather. There was never anyone charged with Alyssa's disappearance and presumed death, but Sarah just knew. Sarah began to post on TikTok as well as her website dedicated to the case, all of the evidence that she had pointing towards her dad. Things like the fact that he would follow her around and record her, and that there was at least one hidden camera inside of the house. Things like how he was the one who unexpectedly picked her up from school and was the last one to see her on that day. you know, just general uncomfortable, creepy things. Michael also kept changing his story about that day and night, which just adds another layer of suspicion. In an amazing turn of events, Sarah's voice was finally heard, and in August of this year, her father ended up being charged with second-degree. Sarah, of course, plans to attend every court hearing and every day of trial when it begins. I couldn't be happier for her, and I really hope that she sees justice served for her and Alyssa. All right, guys.
Hey, that's crazy though. Like, look, that's why I'm looking at it like that the whole time. Look, he looked like he did that. Like, you can tell when you see like a serial killer. He looked like he did that. Let's stop acting like we just don't know. Let's stop turning the blind eye to these creepy people out here in the world, man. But look, let me know how y'all felt about this video right here. Which one did y'all feel the most, and what y'all want to see next? And I'll be for sure to do that. If you ain't following my social media, follow that thing already. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. And I'm out though. Bye.
Rolled up, she think I'm a flex on her when I roll up. From the toes up, when it comes to my drip, it's different. Get the bricks, flip it. When it comes to my